Call the council meeting to order. We're glad each of you are here. We're going to have a prayer. Councilman Brown will have our invocation today, followed by the pledge.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you for this opportunity for us to gather today and discuss the business of the city of Dublin. May what we think, say, and do be pleasing to thee. As we're entering into and in the St. Patrick's Festival season, we ask you to watch over our citizens and also those that come to visit. And may everyone have a safe and good time. We ask all these things in Christ's name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're glad to have everybody here today. As you can see, Mayor Best is not here today again, so I'm going to muddle through best I can. And, Jones will make sure that I do right, along with the rest of these council people. Well, they're all very.
This ought to be old hat to you there, Mayor Pro Tem.
It's getting to be. What somebody said, not you again. So. All right. Well, the first item on the agenda is city council meeting minutes. Council, you
Move for approval.
Second.
all right? Got a motion and a second. A motion by Mr. Johnson, second by Mr. Brown. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, next item is approval of bills over $3,000. Mr. Jones.
If there are any questions about the bills, we can answer them. Otherwise, I guess the chair can entertain a motion.
Move for approval.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Pay the bills. All right, motion carries. Item number 3 is approval of purchases over $3,000. Mr. Jones.
We budgeted this year $35,000 to buy a new service truck for water construction. We asked for bids, got 4. The low bid was Wade Ford in Smyrna, Georgia. Bid amount was $32,597 for a Ford F-50 2019 with an MCB service body, delivery in 14 to 16 weeks. Staff recommends awarding to Wade Ford.
Okay, you've heard the request. What's the council's pleasure?
So moved, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem.
Second.
All right, motion by Mr. Brown, second by Mr. Edwards. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
All right, the second item is a contract to demolish 17 houses. You know, we're working on getting the dilapidated houses out of the city. We have we solicited bids. We had the most bids we have ever had on anything at the city of Dublin. It was standing room only. There were 18 bids received, tons of interest in this, and a lot of those folks were taking extensive notes and are ready to come back next time and bid again. So the low qualifying bidder was from Curtis Perry Construction in the amount of $81,000. Staff recommendation is to award to Curtis Perry Construction.
All right, council, you've heard the description. What's your pleasure?
So move.
Second.
Mr. Edwards and second by
Mayor Pro Tem, can we clarify here? It says 81,100 up there, and I just want to be sure that it's not 81.
It is. That's my fault. It is $81,100.
Let's-
Okay.
If we can amend.
81,100.
All right, we still got the motion.
Still got the motion.
All right. And second too,
Second.
Mr. Johnson. Okay. Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And further bid work will commence within 10 days, so you'll jump on.
All right, item number 4 is presentation by Downtown Development Authority. Keep Dublin Lawrence Beautiful, the Heart of Georgia, Regional Commission and the Dublin Lawrence Tourism, and also Recreation Authority. And what we do is the people that we fund, we've asked them to come and make a presentation about what's going on with them, with their department, organization, so forth. So that's what we're going to do today, Mr. Jones.
All right, looks like Main Street's ready to go, so y'all will be first.
It just keeps us all informed about what the money's going for.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you for having me. For the record, I'm Tara Bradshaw. I'm the Executive Director of the Dublin Downtown Development Authority. I first, on behalf of our board, want to thank each and every one of y'all for your continued support of our revitalization program of downtown. I think that we can all agree that our community has experienced a resounding success with our downtown. It is more active and attractive than it's ever been in its last 40 years. So we're very proud of it and proud of the work we've done. This year, we recently took a visit over to Macon and had to do a presentation for our annual assessment to become a Georgia Main Street city. We've been a Main Street city for 30 years, and we passed with flying colors. Mayor Pro Tem and Lance Jones joined us in that presentation. We thank y'all for being there. It was a great day. I brought with me that presentation today, and I'm not going to go through it just for the sake of time, but I do want to point out a few things that highlight kind of what we've been doing the last year or two. One of the things I will mention, we do, of course, receive an allocation from the City of Dublin. Through your work, we also receive an allocation from the county. We have been able to use that and leverage it for quite a bit of good over the last few years, and the way in which we do that is we invest it. We are able to go in and take out loans. We also work very hard to raise our own private funding so that it's unrestricted and we can go in and keep doing these projects. I'm very proud to say I have Elizabeth Coleman with me here this year. We set a goal to raise $18,000 from our community this year to help support the things that we do. We're already at $26,000 worth of commitments to our corporate donation account. So we're very excited about that. They continue to keep rolling in, and Elizabeth has worked very hard to make that happen. So by the numbers, I didn't include that in here, but let me just read that to you. Last year in 2018, we saw the opening of 7 new businesses downtown, 2 business expansions. It accounted for 28 net new jobs and $3.8 million invested in completed projects. And I really think I could probably end right here because that is pretty incredible to see that. So that brings our number up over $40 million invested since 2007. A few of the things we've been working on, you can see where that investment has taken place there. This is my map I pull out and show you guys every year. Everything in blue has been completed. Everything in orange is now under development and is undergoing some historical renovations. So we're excited about that. We're working, of course, in partnership with the city on the development of the plaza. I can't thank Lance and Matthew enough for allowing us to be a part of this design process and making sure that every detail is exactly the way it should be for this project. Because of this project, we saw several private development projects come on board. We've seen 11 commercial spaces added, 13 residential, and a co-work space equals about $6 million in private development in that one block alone so far, and that we're not done yet. So it's very exciting. Just going to flip through this real quick. One of the things that we've also been focusing on is attracting women into our downtown. We've really been pushing women-owned businesses and women retail over the last couple of years. I'm happy to say that we have I think 7 new businesses that have opened that are women-owned. These 9 businesses that you see on the board account for about $6 million in gross annual sales, and they are owned solely by a woman, or I will say there are a couple that are married couples, but we do know that the women probably make most of the decisions there anyway. No Jen's here anyway. So I count them as my women-owned businesses, and you can tell them that. 87 jobs, though, by these businesses that have opened or expanded in the last decades. That's pretty incredible. And then one of the things we're going to be working on over the next couple of years is focusing on downtown as a destination. We are wanting to implement a mural project in partnership with Visit Dublin. I'm happy to say we were just awarded a grant this week from the Georgia Department of Economic Development Tourism Division. Visit Dublin and DDA, along with this grant, will go in and be able to put in wayfinding signs in downtown and mark our public parking areas. So we're very excited about that. And then we continue to be your first stop for downtown. Every volunteer, every visitor, every business, every person interested in opening a business, we continue to offer all sorts of tools for them to get involved in downtown. So, and I'm not going to run through all of this. I do have this presentation and would love to share it with you if you're interested at some point. And just lots of great successes. I will give it just a minute if anybody has any questions for DDA or for myself. All right. Well, I hope that I've covered it well and have done everybody proud.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Tara.
The City of Dublin Natural Gas provides the most cost-efficient source of energy available today. So for your home, choose the most natural resource. Safe, clean, efficient. All new subdivisions around the Dublin area have natural gas available. Start reducing your energy bills today with Dublin City Natural Gas Department. Natural gas, the smart choice. Call 277-5048 today and let us help you start saving today.
Why not put that tax return to good use this year and head on over to Hometown Supply in downtown Dublin, where you'll find a great line of golf carts, utility trailers, zero-turn mowers, and so much more. A little down goes a long way at Hometown Supply, and you can set up your account today. Talk to Glenn Register or any of his friendly staff, because we finance what we sell. Hometown Supply, located in downtown Dublin, across from the skyscraper. Call 272-0345.
Next would be Keep Dublin Lawrence Beautiful, I believe.
Monitors for me. Robert's email is going to blow up. I tried to email him my presentation, so we just gave up, and I'm going to talk to you in person. Keep Dublin Lawrence Beautiful was born by the city in 1982, you know, and one of the things, our proudest things, is we did go, a committee from Keep Dublin Lawrence Beautiful, back then Dublin Clean Community Association, had a group together to go to form Main Street in 1988, so we're proud to say we've been for 37 years. I've been the director for 30, so it's getting kind of long. But our three main goals were Keep America Beautiful affiliate and Keep Georgia Beautiful affiliate. And we're charged with litter, recycling, and beautification. And in the litter area, I've got one good thing to announce. We've received a grant from DCA and Department of Natural Resources to hold another litter enforcement workshop. We did one about 10 years ago, and you get the state troopers and the police and the judicial together, and this year they're going to talk to them importance about covering your loads. We know people throw trash down and not thinking about it, but a lot of it's not deliberate. People just don't realize a pickup truck or a trailer going to the collection centers. I passed several today on the way into town. When you get to the collection centers, if you don't tie down that load, you don't have just a cup or napkin here or there. You've got a whole load busted open along the highway. So we're hoping that they'll encourage them to do that enforcement and have stiffer penalties and actually write tickets for that infraction in addition to the regular litter. We do the Great American Cleanup every April. Jerry Davis usually heads that up with his Oshner group, but we facilitate that and do the neighborhood watch groups. There's usually about 8 neighborhoods that compete against each other. They take before and after pictures and then give prizes, landscape prizes for the neighborhood is what they win. So that's really good. It goes toward beautification, and that's always a fun day. And then we have a new one coming up. Adopt a Highway is coming back to adopt a street. This is Lance's baby in Public Works, Sean Wood. They just really, and I know y'all are too, fed up with the litter on the streets. So there's a sign that wasn't ready today to bring and we're going to try to kick it off next month. We have 9 groups already signed up. We didn't want to get any more yet until we get it going and get the signs out. But the big green sign company's contracted to do the signs, and that should go a long way. It'll have a City of Dublin seal and a Keep Dublin Orange Beautiful seal, and then the name of the person or group that's picking up the 1 mile stretch 4 times a year. So we're hoping that'll go over and help a lot in the appearance, because we are bringing people to town and we want it to look good when they get here. Recycling's the other. America Recycles Day, we collected 5,000 pounds of old electronics to divert from the landfill and keep it off the roadside. That was November 15th, and we're going to try to do another one. We get calls all the time wanting to know what to do with it, and we can't store them, so we're going to try to do another in between. Deborah Stanley and the city did a scrap tire recycling event. We helped facilitate that with some Keep Georgia Beautiful ladies up in Atlanta helping facilitate and get us hooked up with the right folks. So we plan to do another one this year as soon as we can and make it bigger. That collected about 300 to 500 tires, but it could be a lot bigger now that we have that under our belt and we know how to do that within the city. Beautification, single stream too. I'm going to be working on that. I know there's some problems happening, and I think if I go to the other communities and see what they're doing with their recyclables, getting them to the market, we shouldn't just throw up our hands and not keep our single stream program strong, so I want to help with that. Beautification, I do a liaison between the Federated Garden Clubs and Greenscapes. All the medians around town used to be garden clubs, and the city's taken them back over, and the garden clubs buy the flowers and decide what the design will be, and Greenscapes implements those medians. Tree Cities, the other beautification activity, I work with Tree Board and do the Arbor Day observation, and we've got an active tree board, and we were just holding our breath about the trees on Highway 80 median, but the pair of trees, you all know that we've been there 40 years, were all dead and dying, so they quietly got taken down, but Gerald Smith had already planted some crepe myrtle, so you hardly know they're not there, so they're going to add to that and make it a really nice strip there. Okay, let's see, okay. Our funding, we don't appreciate your funding because you are our main funders. We have YKK and West Rock and the county that contribute financially also, but in our Keep America Beautiful thing now, we are kind of considered a hybrid system where we're kind of considered half government, half nonprofit. So we appreciate y'all doing that and keeping us in the loop, and want to be there for any problems you might have. Just, I know there are a lot of them. Give me a call and see what we can do together. Thank you.
All right, next we have the Heart of Georgia Alderman Hall Regional Commission.
I'd like to thank the council for allowing me to come before you and give a little update on what we're doing around Lawrence County and the region. We are the Heart of Georgia Alderman Regional Commission. My name is Brett Manning. I'm the executive director. We serve a 17-county area, which Lawrence County and the city of Dublin is a part of. 62 municipalities for a total of 79 local governments. We provide a wide range of services, planning, economic development, recreational planning, hazard mitigation planning, workforce development, historic preservation, GIS, information technology services. So a couple of things we've done recently for the city of Dublin is we worked with Deborah and several of the council members to put together the urban redevelopment plan that you now have. It's available on our website and I believe your website as well. That's a tool for you to use to hopefully incentivize investment and reinvestment within the city of Dublin and the surrounding communities. Another thing we just rolled out is a web-based zoning map, which I think your staff has found very useful. What this is they can access your zoning map from anywhere on a mobile device, a laptop, or just a regular computer. If they're standing out in front of a property, they don't know what is zoned, they can pull it up, find it, look, and they'll know exactly what it is. You can change the zoning if you so choose, or if the zoning board has voted. You can also do that, push it back to us, and we'll push it out. That's an incredibly useful tool, and it's more we're getting into with our web-based mapping to make you be able to do things on the fly and out in the field. Makes things a lot easier.
We're currently working on the new comprehensive plan. Your last plan was done in 2014. It has to be updated every 5 years. There's 3 big plans you have to retain your qualified local government status. That is the mechanism for which you can receive state funds, grants, things like that. The comprehensive plan is one of the big ones. We just had our first meeting last week. Mr. Jones was there, and Matthew was there as well. I think it's a very good meeting. We did a SWOT analysis for the county and all the municipalities. We'll have a few more meetings on that, as well as a public hearing, and have some drop-in public listening sessions where the citizens can come in and give their comments. We also have that online too, where they can go and look at the progress of the plan. The other plan we'll be working on in conjunction with that is the service delivery strategy plan. This is the one that has teeth. If you're out of compliance with that, you couldn't even get a permit to run a radar for your city police or put a culvert in the ground. You're all in compliance with everything, so no worries there. But we'll be doing that again this year, as well as your solid waste management plan, which basically details your solid waste capacity and how you dispose of it. So we'll be doing all that this year. I have a feeling we'll be through with the comp plan and the service delivery strategy. We'll meet through the spring and the summer, and by the end of the summer, we'll have something ready to present to the council and to the Department of Community Affairs, who it has to be submitted to for approval. A couple of other things I wanted to mention. We do a lot of workforce in Lawrence County. Over the last 5 years, we've invested almost $1.3 million in workforce development here in the county. That includes on-the-job training for a lot of your local businesses. Those businesses recently include Aweeba, Dynex, Erdrich, Flex Steel, Parker Aerospace, Polymer Logistics, Tristan Aerial, and the big one we just completed was Valmira. With that project, we partnered with Valmira and the Technical College to provide workforce services for them. Technical College developed the program. We took the applications, we helped them with the job fairs, we screened the applicants and tested them to determine which job classification they best fit in, and that's the classes that they would take. Then we provided funds to help pay for the classes. We also provide funds to just individuals called individual training accounts to allow individuals to go to college and get an education. So I think we did 385 jobs over that period, spread out between just in on-the-job training. It was $791,000. We also do coordinated transportation for Lawrence County and the city of Dublin. That's not like, nobody can just get on coordinated transportation. It's only for human service providers. So we provide trips for DFACs, senior centers, behavior, mental health, things like that. It's a closed system. You can't just call up and get a ride, but that's the way the contract is. So the biggest thing we're working on right now is the comp plan. And I hope that you will use it. You've used one in the past to help you kind of plan out your progress. So that's all I have. Any questions?
Hi, I'm Coach Chris Johnson of the Aqua Dream Team. We choose All American Transport Services to take the Dream Team to locations all over Southeast Georgia to participate in some really great bike rides. They're reliable, they're trustworthy, and convenient. We love them. You should try them also.
Dublin's newest and most modern hotel is the Hampton Inn & Suites. Relax and enjoy your stay while near the best in dining, golf courses, and business centers. Start your day with a free hot breakfast. Enjoy our pool, indoor fitness center, and Wi-Fi. Plan your next family reunion, meeting, training session, or social gathering at Hampton Inn & Suites, 103 Travel Center, located by Longhorn and Cracker Barrel. Hampton Inn & Suites by Hilton.
Next is
One thing, I'm sorry about the little phone going off. That was Broomhilda Senior, my mother-in-law. I had my phone turned off. She tweaked her nose and I just made it work. I apologize.
Oh, gracious. Okay, next is the Dublin Lawrence Tourism Board.
I love my mother-in-law too, by the way.
I'd like to thank council for allowing us to come and kind of give a review of FY18 and some of the things that we've been doing. I'm Miriam Ponton, Assistant Director. we've seen a continued rise in hotel tax revenue, doubling from 2013. There, you see on the screen, supporting 770 jobs, and basically just we've seen an increase over the last several years. The Visitor Center, we continue to try to implement different projects and ideas to attract our guests and keep them coming back. The Georgia Grown Garden. One of the new things we have this year is the selfie bench that Corey Barksdale painted last year during Dub Jam, and it really attracts the visitors and gets them interested in wanting to come into downtown and see more of the art and more of the history we have. Of course, our social, digital, and print campaigns have been rocking it out this year. And this past year, our FAM tours have, we've had several fan tours, national and international, and they've led to vlogs and print ads, and probably some of our favorites are the Prettiest Small Towns in Georgia by Southern Living, and also the YWGA video series we filmed that last year, highlighting some of our favorite locations in the city and throughout the county, and it's in editing right now, and so be looking out for that in the next couple of months in all the familiar places. We love art. Last year for Dub Jam, GCA awarded Visit Dublin a $5,000 cash match, which went to helping to fund music, all the artists, and also the art that took place, the bench that Corey Barksdale came back and painted live during those 3 days of music. We've been making moves throughout the city. Most recently, the Georgia Department of Economic Development resource team came, and we're looking forward to them coming back April the 30th at the Carnegie and bringing their findings and all of their ideas to the city to share with us. Basically, we love the city, and we appreciate everything that you guys do for us and all the partnerships, and we just continue to get the word out to the rest of the world. So if y'all have any questions, there's a contact information there. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, the next one and the last one, I believe, is the Recreation Authority.
How's everybody today? Want to make sure you guys have got this budget, actually. If you don't, I got copies. Everybody got one?
No, I don't believe so.
Thank you.
Should be two sheets. I want to start by introducing our aquatics director, Jennifer Crossland. We actually have a lot going on this week. She can tell you a little bit about Saturday and Sunday of this week. A big part of what we're doing with the water park, we put a lot of trust into hiring lifeguards, which was one of the main concerns, I'm sure, for everyone. Through the application process, we ended up with over 60 applicants. But I can let her tell you a little bit what we have going on Saturday and Sunday.
We have Kim Watley coming down, who is the aquatics manager in Cherokee County. She's bringing down another instructor with her, and we will certify hopefully 24 of those applicants this weekend through a 2-day course. They've already had some online training, and they were required to complete that before Friday, and they will bring that certificate with them, and then they will complete 8 to 5 Saturday, 8 to 5 on Sunday of more in the pool training and in the classroom setting as well before completing a test.
The pool's gonna be at the hospital, is that where?
Yes, we are utilizing Fairview Fitness.
With that being said, we're talking about a soft opening May 18th. Looking forward to that. That's going to help us a good bit on getting some of the wrinkle out. with Dublin City Schools, last day being May 21st, and the county schools being May 30th, the park will be open, the water park will be open Memorial Day to Labor Day. Really, you're looking at about 9 weeks of peak time. So we're gauging all that off of, what we had last year at that time, with on the second page being the number you see at the top, the 12,000 attendance. With us, I looked at what we had with the tournaments at Southern Pines, and at that time we had over 12,000 spectators. But if we can get half of those kids or a quarter of those kids to participate in the water park, it's a win for us. Take in mind all these numbers on the income side for the attendance is estimated. We don't have any way of gauging this off of year one. So year two should be a lot easier. For us, we came up with some single passes. I think everybody can look at that and tell for $50, that's super. I mean, that's going to allow everybody to be able to come in. The park will basically be open 76 days. So for 76 days, you can pay $50 and you can go every day. That's really, really good. Family pass limit for family members is basically $100. There again, I think that reaches, everybody can be able to afford that. I think that's a really good deal. We have spent a good bit of time. We've been down to Statesboro twice at Splash in the Burrow. That's really the closest thing we have. Take in mind, our capacity is 490 people. Theirs is 2,600. They're a lot bigger than us. But we have used them a lot. I talk to those guys at least once a week, from the maintenance side of it to everything under the sun, as far as things we need to be worried about and things we can do. And we got a good bit of this list on the startup fund. We got a good bit of this stuff from them as things do's and don'ts that we need to make sure we have up front. So for us, being able to utilize them is huge. We actually hired a maintenance director that will actually work at the rec department also. Being that we're such a small department, we need people that can do dual jobs. So for us, he's going to be able to do all the maintenance on the water park, and then actually help us at the park. He will go down to Statesboro April the 11th through the 19th. That's the time that they begin to put the water in the park, down there in Splash in the Burrow, and then he'll come back and actually put the water in our park. Water basically needs to sit in there a month or it'll be freezing. So with that being said, some of this in here for the budget for the water park, the LWCF grant, we really don't know whether we're getting that right now. So that could come out, but it'll come out of the expense also. So that could change. Some of the stuff we're looking at from a programming standpoint, the park's going to be open 10 hours a day on, during the peak time, during June and July, basically. And we're looking at programming, doing some of our programming from like 8 to 10, and then from 10 to 6, basically being open to the public. That helps us with our lifeguards and everything. I think it's super important that we do have programming out of this park. It could be big for us. Swimming lessons. One thing that we bounced around a little bit is, giving free swimming lessons to some of the inner city kids. I think that's a great program. That would be an awesome program for us. And then having water aerobics for seniors. And you would do all that in that 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock period. So those are some of the things that we're working on. Lifeguards is a main part of this. We're putting a lot of faith into some young kids. Also the concession stands. One of the things that through all the construction and everything, we've kind of had to cut and feel and cut and feel and kind of figure out where one of our main goals, and everybody that we've talked to has been the concession stands. With the budget that we had for the startup fund, we were not able to, really hit on the concession stands. So the recreation department is going to build the concession stand, pay for the concession stand, and pay for the equipment. So I think from everybody, like I said, everybody that we've talked to, this is where you're going to make your money. It's a major part of this water park, and we're going out and doing everything we can to make this to where people do not want to leave, spend all day at the water park. We went to a chef week. Miss Artiffany can tell you, I'd never been in anything like that. It was unbelievable. The hamburgers, the pizza, to the chicken strips, very, very, very good quality. So that's pretty much it for us as far as any questions. Any questions? We're super excited. It's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity for us, for the city of Dublin, for the county, for everyone. Yes, sir.
The lifeguard lessons for the are they how is that being paid for the students?
We're actually
chipping in?
paying that. We're actually paying that. We have to do something to entice these kids to come out. So for us, paying for that is because if you tell a 16-year-old kid, hey, you're about to have to pay $110 to get a job that's going to pay you $9 an hour, they're probably not going to come out.
And so will you be needing more lifeguards, or the ones you got certified not getting certified? Will there be another class, or?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll, our goal is to have at least 36, so we're looking to have 24 this weekend, and then probably have another class come in and do 12 to 24 more at another date. And we'll be finalize that date this weekend as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, if I may, part of the intergovernmental agreement with the Rec Authority is that once they present the budget to the council, that y'all vote in some fashion to accept it or approve it, because a lot of the way the funding is worked out. Y'all can do that now if you want to, or we can make it a separate agenda item on a future meeting. But I think y'all were given this same budget, that goal planning that we had in last month.
Move for approval. Second.
Have a motion by Mr. Johnson and a second by Mr. Jones. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Everybody remember, we will need your, even though you've made your presentation, if you've not done so already, we need your budget and audit. So we can get those in our, if we don't have your budget, we can't give you any money because we don't know what you need. So give us your proposed budget for the next year.
Hi, I'm Helen Powell. Been serving the Middle Georgia area since 1985. If you would love an exciting career, please call me. Careers in Cosmetology, 129 North Franklin Street, 272-1967.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm an upcoming graduate from Careers in Cosmetology. It's been a wonderful experience, and I encourage you to contact Ms. Helen Powell for more opportunities.
Hello, I'm Christy at Careers of Cosmetology. I've recently enrolled here and I'm excited about the opportunities that lie ahead.
Hey, my name is Daphne Jackson. I'm excited to be enrolled in Careers in Cosmetology. If you would like this opportunity, contact Careers in Cosmetology.
Hi, my name is Caitlin. I've been enrolled in Careers in Cosmetology for about 4 months now. I'm really enjoying it, and I think if this is the career for you, you should definitely come see Ms. Helen Powell.
Careers in Cosmetology, 129 North Franklin Street. Our number is 272-1967. Give me a call.
Hi, I'm Camille Cutnose, here to invite you to put our team at Community Bank to work for you. Teamwork is vital in sports, at work, at home, and community. That's why we've worked so hard to establish a winning team of customer service and lending professionals. When you call on Community Bank, we stand ready to help. There are other banks, but there's only one Community Bank. So come see us and let us put our team to work for you. Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County, common sense banking never goes out of style.
All right, next item on the agenda, where did I put my list here? Wait a minute. We got a first reading of an ordinance and adoption agreement between, what?
First.
Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped number 5. Pardon me. Presentation of Plan First designation award to mayor and council by a couple of young ladies here.
Good afternoon. We recently attended an event in Atlanta that we were designated a Plan First community. Mayor Pro Tem Smith and 2 or 3 of the staff members were able to attend. So we wanted to officially bring the award to you. But as you know, we were designated in 2015, and this was a redesignation. It's a pretty extensive application process you have to go through. Plan First is an award that basically awards communities that use their comprehensive plan effectively. You say you're going to do something and you accomplish the goals. So we've done a really great job, especially since our last designation, to complete the amount of goals we completed in 3 years. So that was really great. One incentive that we've really used, one is GFA loan, which we haven't tapped into quite yet, but one that we did use was the CDBG. You can apply every year. Usually we have to do that every 2 years. So through that, we were able to be awarded $1.1 million more than we would have normally been able to do in 4 years. So that was really great for the city. But I just wanted to officially present it to the mayor and council.
Set it right up here.
Thank you so much. Now I can go to number 6, I think. We got several things here that we'll have a first reading for, and I'll go ahead and cover the first one and then turn it over to Mr. Jones for comment. The first reading of an ordinance and an adoption agreement between the City of Dublin and the Georgia Municipal Employees Benefit System for the Defined Benefit Retirement Plan. Mr. Jones.
Let me make sure I've got the.
Something Ms. Stanley was going to do?
No, I've just got to get to the first page of this thing. Here we go. All right. This is an ordinance to amend and restate the retirement plan for the employees of the City of Dublin, Georgia, in accordance with and subject to the terms and conditions set forth in the attached adoption agreement. Any addendum to the adoption agreement, the Georgia Municipal Employees Benefit System Master Plan document, and the GMEBS Trust Agreement. When accepted by the authorized officers of the city and GMEBS, foregoing shall constitute a contract between the city and GMEBS, all as authorized and provided by OCGA Section 47-5-1.
Okay, that's the first reading, and the second reading will be held at a little different time this month. Normally we have our second meeting of the month at 5:30 on the third Thursday, but this meeting is going to be held on March 28th at 5:30 because there's something else that we need to get accomplished, and we can get that done at the same time. So we'll have a lengthy meeting then, but the second reading of this as well as the next 2 items will be held then. Okay. Next up is the first reading of an ordinance to amend Section 4-24, distance requirements of Article 1, Chapter 4, alcoholic beverages, to expand the exempted area for distance requirements to schools, churches, and certain other facilities. Mr. Jones.
All right, this is an ordinance by the mayor and city council to amend subparagraph F of Section 4-24, distance requirements of Article 1 of Chapter 4, alcoholic beverages, to expand the area exempted from certain distance requirements for restaurants serving alcohol by the drink, to set an effective date, and for other lawful purposes.
Okay, that's the first reading, and the second reading will be held at that meeting on the 28th. All right. So the next item on the agenda is the first reading of an ordinance amending Section 6-47, fees for building permits. Mr. Jones.
An ordinance by the mayor and city council to amend Section 6-47, fees of Article 3, permits and inspections, of Chapter 6, Building and Construction of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Dublin, Georgia, to allow for the fees for building permits to be determined by the city manager, set an effective date, and for other lawful purposes.
Okay, and like the other two items, this second reading will be held at the next meeting. So next item on the agenda is the discussion and action on declaration of surplus.
We have two items, and they're basically identical. Greens mowers, council has allowed us to purchase two very good used Greens mowers recently, so our older models are now need to be declared surplus, and we would propose to sell them on Gov Deals.
Okay, you've heard Mr. Jones's description there. What's your pleasure?
Move for approval. Second.
Got a motion for approval and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, that moves us to the next item, which is citizens' comments. Do we have any citizens who would like to come and speak to council? Are you coming down to talk? Okay. I was saying, you're not a citizen, you're one of their employees. Okay. Then we'll move on to council comments, and we'll start today with Mr. Johnson.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming today. We thank all the presentations from the different groups. I hope that the Dublin Lawrence Tourism really helped this water park this year, because we really need your help. Thank you for all you do. Thank you.
Mr. Greg.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Thank everybody that went to the hard work of making your presentation, and remind everybody about St. Patrick's Month coming up that we're in now, and hope everybody takes advantage of it and is safe week. Thank you.
I thank everyone for coming, and thank you for all the hard work that all the individual groups do. It takes basically a group effort to make everything happen in the city. There's a lot of working parts of this, so appreciate everything that each individual group does as well. And also the grant department, thank you for all y'all done for the grants and all we received. And once again, thanks for the police department for providing security.
Jones.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. I echo what everyone said. Thank everyone for coming out. And thank everyone for their presentations. Keep us updated with what you're doing and what's coming forward. We got to look forward to. And thank, as Councilman Edwards said, the grant department for the award that we received, keeping us looking good as a city. I also like to remind everyone that this coming Saturday, the 9th at 9 a.m. will be Teen Court. Will be right here in the City Hall, right here. So come out and watch the young people do their work and work extensively and what they do. So come on out and look and enjoy the young people of cities of Dublin and Lawrence County. Thank you.
Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. I too would just like to echo what's been said. I appreciate all the individuals that made the presentations, their contribution to the community and the things that y'all champion. Thank you for that. Also, Deborah and Katie, thank you for the job that you do on a daily basis and making us look good when it comes to receiving grants and so forth, and then putting those grants to work. Again, like Councilman Griggs said, it's St. Patrick's time, so enjoy the festivities, get out and participate. Be safe. Thank you.
Powell?
I don't have any comments.
Daniel. All right, Mr. Jones.
Just right quick, we got a new program kind of kick-started by the Chamber of Commerce, and the City of Dublin's working real hard on it. It's called Summer Youth Works. We have close to 100 kids signed up to work. I know you hear kids don't want to work now, and it's hard to find good employees. Look, we got 100 kids looking to go to work right now. And what we need is businesses to go with them. We got 100 kids and about 26 positions open for them. So please, if you know a business, anybody that owns a business, please see how you can use a kid. this summer. I'm saying kids, these 16, 17, 18-year-olds, which they're grown in their minds anyway. But they will go through a week of soft skills training to help with the problems businesses complain about, like they know to be on time, be at work, how to handle themselves at work, how to dress appropriately for what they're doing. So businesses help us out. Let's find these kids a place to work. The best thing we can do is get them here working, and hopefully we can keep a few of them here in the city of Dublin instead of going off to Atlanta like mine have all moved off God knows where to work. So let's keep them here. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Ms. Tiffany, you got anything you'd like to share? All right. Well, I want to just say this. I'm so thankful for the employees that we have and all the departments that represent the city, do the city's work. We ask them to come once a year and kind of give us an update of what's going on, because it lets the public know what's being done with the monies that they get, and not only just how they're spending the money, but all the good accomplishments that are being made, and maybe some challenges that we need to work on as well. So the public needs to know, and I just thank y'all for coming today and doing a good job making the presentations. I mean that. I hope everyone will go through the St. Patrick's season and really enjoy all the festivities that are about to I guess they've already begun, some of them, but they'll be going on for a while. So enjoy that. This was a peaceful time for Dublin and Lawrence County. And I just ask everyone to be safe. And thank all the public servants. When you see somebody that works for the city, thank them for what they do. They do a good job. And without any other comments, we stand adjourned.